Talk to us a little bit about, just so we can establish a framework, what is free will? And I understand there might be different camps. Maybe if you gave a couple different definitions, like kind of the main camps of like what people hold about that.
Sure. Yeah. In contemporary times, and I might, this taxonomy might be a little unique, but it covers the same kind of standard ground or whatever. I can explain how it's unique if you want to know, but I think that I think all accounts of anything even close to deserving the name of free will fall back on just this concept, this ancient concept of from Aristotle of up to usness. That we think that things are up to us, and then the debate kind of plays out. I would frame it as those, and this applies to contemporary philosophers too, those who think that up to usness or sourcehood is all that is important. That as long as we're the source of our actions, then we have, the potential for free will, or we have free will. And those who think that in order for an act to be up to a person, the person had to have been able to do otherwise. So this is where the ability to do otherwise, sort of leeway, classical views of free will come in. So the basic distinction, I think that most contemporary philosophers who have a view on free will think that we have free will, and a lot that think that we don't, either think that free will is just sourcehood, that a person acts freely, if and only if they're the proper source of their actions, and then that gets spelled out in a wide array of different ways, especially
yes,
in terms of contemporary compatibilists. And then, sort of more old school leeway views or classical views that in order for an act, I would frame it as in order for an act to be, up to a person, the person had to have done otherwise. And then you could spell that out in a variety of different ways too. And then, and then there are, in these two different camps, you do find both compatibilists, people who think that this notion of free will is compatible with determinism, and incompatibilists who think that it's not compatible. And even today, like I would classify myself as kind of a classical or leeway compatibilist, but it's not a very popular view anymore. Most compatibilists have kind of gone in the source direction. But, I don't know. Are we going to answer any philosophy questions? No. So, but why try to prove to somebody that like sourcehood is consistent with determinism? It seems clear that it is. The challenge is leeway. Free will, and I also think that, if you could show that even leeway free will is compatible with determinism, then the odds that, that we have it and the reasons for thinking that we don't, I think, increase or go away. The odds that we have it increase and reasons for thinking that we don't go away. But so that's those are the kind of general camps, and we could talk about things like Frankfurt cases, which sort of kind of cut the link between what matters about free will, which is, according to some people, most people, its connection to moral responsibility. It cuts that link between moral responsibility and the ability to do otherwise, which kind of gives rise to these source views and these source compatibilist views.